Hello everybody and welcome back to Project Diablo 2. Last episode, we spent the episode making ourselves steel. The rune word steel for our first primary weapon. We're going to use the scimitar. And we also got a bunch of other runes while we were doing our farming. But today, we are going to continue the story and not do any more farming, because that's boring if we keep doing it forever. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way. Oh, we also made a nadir skull cap, which is awesome. There we go. There's our exit, top left. Nothing useful. Cloak of Shadows does a lot of stuff. Go. That's a good amount of damage there. Yeah, we went and got ourselves a couple of quick rune words that are fairly good. Got increased defenses again, and just generally. And yeah, so we're making our way towards the outer cloister. Our goal for today is to get through the jail to the inner cloister. Hopefully, I can do that without any sort of problem. But yeah, we're gonna skip a lot of these enemies and make our way towards the outer cloister and just pretty much haul ass through the jail and everything. There's a large charm. That's a good idea to go ahead and hit. And now we are in the monastery gate, which leads directly into the outer cloister, where it's not really hard to just run our way through right quick. Go ahead and grab the waypoint here. And pick a direction and try it just to see if it's the right way. We don't know for sure which direction is right immediately. We gotta go through and see if we can find an... Oh, this is the right way, it looks like. First way. That's awesome. Now we'll put my map back up in the top corner, out of the way. And honestly, we're just gonna run through. I'm probably going to do the mission with the butcher while we're here, making our path through. It makes the most sense. I don't have any reason not to do it, and it's not like it's gonna really be that hard to find, he says, but I'm gonna take a while to find it anyway, because... Oh, actually, never mind. Found it almost immediately. Go ahead and pick up that cap, even though it's probably not going to be better than what we've got on. Actually, it's a socketed 2 cap. That's not bad. That might be useful for a later, rune word, but probably not going to be as useful as what I find at that point. Let's go ahead and heal while we're running through. Take that hawk helm. I know it's not going to be useful for me, but... Damn. Extremely high damage with the exploding is good. I'm going to go ahead and take a minor healing potion and go ahead and throw another healing potion onto my belt, because there's no point in leaving my belt less than full if I don't have to. Yeah, right now we're running the Holy Fire and Sacrifice instead of Zeal, because Sacrifice is honestly doing a lot of good work. And Zeal would be better later, but Sacrifice is what we've got. And I'm going to go ahead and take another 5 points. Another 5 points to Vitality. More Vitality, more champ, more defense. And it looks like this is not the direction I need to go. I gotta go to the left from up here. Ugh. I forget this is a direction. I'll go ahead and hit one more point into Holy Fire, because Holy Fire does a lot of good stuff. It's eventually going to be outclassed, but We'll work our way there first before we get there.
No place for a warrior to die.
It is not. That is why we are going to try not to die. Well, there's the waypoint. I'll take a waypoint. I gotta get there first. Oh, our mercenary is putting in work. She's actually reasonably strong from what I've found so far. And I know I'm stronger than her, but I don't know how much stronger than her I am. Hopefully, she'll stay alive and able to do stuff for a while. Yeah, she's good on weapons and armor and everything. And that's like an instant exit too. Damn. That feels good to get in early exits, or early exit. Yeah, exit is the right word. Further down. Nah, nothing there is worth getting. Nothing there is worth grabbing. Chipped amethyst. Always want to take gems, because gems afterwards get, you know, easily cubed down into more powerful gems. Alright. Now to find the next exit. There we go. I have no idea where it's gonna be, but we'll look around. Oh, that hurt. It's just cold, it's not that bad. And nothing there, so we're gonna turn around and run back the other way. Because I don't have a reason, personally, for me to go ahead and be in this area. Cursed enemy? Ooh. Not a huge fan of cursed enemies. Cursed sucks. Nothing good, nothing bad. Let's go ahead and remember that shift is below caps lock, not on top of it. And like I said, we're just working our way around here, trying to get to the inner cloister. This is going to take just a couple of minutes, because these maps are never exactly the cleanest. Alright. There's our exit to jail level 3. And we still have another level to go through here. And if I find it too quick this time, I want to take a minute and look around, because this is an area that probably has enough power that I can level up in it. And it's probably not too awful much useful, but... Oh, she just got her... her ice... Cold arrow? I think it might be the best term, might be the name for it. That's good, because her switching from magic arrow to cold arrow is actually going to help me out a lot. Yeah, it was just a mana shrine, and it wasn't any use to me. Alright, there we go. Scrolls a town portal. Take care of the mages. Nothing there is worth grabbing. Yeah, these maps are actually a lot easier to look through than they used to be. But they're still pretty big and pretty challenging to read if you don't know what you're doing, which, in all honesty, I'm not somebody who knows what they're doing, so I'm not Mr. Llama. I don't know maps. Ooh, aura. Healing potions, rejuve potions. They're minor healing pots, so they're not great, but minor healing pots are better than no healing pots. Ew, dead end. Gotta go around. Gotta go round town. Ooh. It's not worth picking up. I'm not going in there to get that. Ooh. And Another large dead end. Well, there's a couple of good gems, so gems are worth the time. Actually, that is worth getting. Wow. That is not. But oh yeah, now I'm almost out of space. Let me think. I will most likely go ahead. Oh, that first explosion really cleared out the area. Clearing the area. Nah, I can't do that voice. That's not a. It's not somebody I can do. Sorry, I've been yawning a lot because I'm not. I'm a little tired right now. Well, that's a very short and disappointing timer to get through that one area. Yeah, I guess it's what happens when you rush and aren't, you know,
Oh, what can I do?
taking your time and not. Ooh. No good. No good. No good. No good. FCR Emmy. I'll take an FCR Emmy. I'll sell that. That is defensive 2, defensive 3. This is not full. Fast recovery, 10 to life, 2 to strength, 10 to mana. No. No reason to take that. That's expensive. I think it was the Cloak of Shadows charge that was that. Yep, let me throw all of our gems away. Along with those, I'll have to organize this. Actually, now's a good time to do that. Yeah. Alright, let's put that out of there so it's not accidentally going to get affected. Go ahead and take everything out of here except for that I can fit. Except for those. Alright, now I'll have to get all of this done first. Dummy. Still got more potions you gotta go through. Alright, I want 2 full rows of this before I start thinking about anything else. And then skulls, topaz. Topaz all down here. Ruby, sapphire, emerald, amethyst. Go ahead and take the amethyst and put it in. Diamonds. That's a lot of amethysts. Diamond, diamond, diamond. That up out the way. Ruby, ruby, topaz, skull, emerald, emerald, diamond, 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 emerald. Okay. Oh, one more skull. Skull. And then runes. I'm not going to do them as like their own lines, mainly because I don't need to, because they all stack. Items I don't want to lose but are not like actively being used, and items that might have use later. That's probably not going to have much use later, but it has some use later. Alright. Much cleaner looking stash. That looks a lot better. Sell the stuff I don't need. Cool. So I got all that stuff sold. And now it's time for me to take on
It is certain that
the path down to the inner cloister. Now I want to take care of enemies. Get rid of them. They do the thing. Take charms and stuff, because charms are always going to be nice. Emeralds. Once I hit Act 2 and don't have to worry as much about certain things, it's not going to be that big of a deal. We've made it to the Catacombs level 1. Where we can just make our way through, do our stuff. And hopefully make our way through. Why? So many charms. That's like 4 charms in the span of 5 minutes. That's a large bow. That's not going to be super useful. I'm going to stream. I'll go ahead and put this in here. I'm going to go ahead and identificate all of those, because these are not ones I used or had. Those are not particularly good. So I'll probably sell those. Honestly, most of the ones I have right now are not great. But of course, while I have the open space, might as well take and use them. Jeez. I keep finding charms and stuff. They're nothing great, so they won't be permanent additions or anything. Because thankfully and unfortunately, they don't really have much use. But damn, that's like another charm. Hawk Helm, Fulminating Potion, Axe. Nothing crazily good there. Cat is level 2. We've got everything but Tools of the Trade and Defeat Andariel done. Which is good, because everything but those 2 missions being done means nothing, basically, but we're not going to worry about that. Okay, I know I heard an amulet or a ring. I'll take that. Nothing good. Rejuve potion. That was a pretty good amount of enemies and stuff. We're almost leveled up, so it's not going to be that hard to level up. Which meant that was probably not a good idea for me to... You know, I completely forgot. It's probably not a good idea for me to do that then if I'm about to level up. There's no point in using a potion if you're about to level up and get all your health back anyway. And then level 10. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and head down to Catacombs level 3. This is a good challenge, because I want to get down to level 4 and hopefully defeat Andariel right now. Because then that means this can be the episode where we get out of Act 1. Wow. There's how to get there. It's actually not a bad run. Let me see if I can find the eggs, find the waypoint before I leave. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try and find the waypoint right quick. Because finding the waypoint is going to be super important and super useful. Because this is not a bad run. I just hope that the waypoint's not far. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the waypoint's usually just right straight across. Well, that's not always true. I know on some of my characters it's been at an awkward angle. So I'm going to go ahead and just basically map out this whole map until I find it. Okay, so it wasn't this way, so it was directly straight across. This is a dead end zone. That's not bad. And I'm picking up some experience and gold. So it ain't like it's a waste of time. So we're good with that. But yeah. Okay, so it is... Oh yeah, these maps are really big. Hopefully, I don't have to go too far to find it. Because I've not had to do so on my other character.
I am overburdened.
Okay, oh, that's just a socketed 2 scimitar similar to mine. That's not worth taking. Oh, sorry, folks. I hit my microphone. There's another ring. That's not the way out. Or not the waypoint. Go identify. I'm gonna go ahead and identify some stuff. I know it ain't gonna be useful, but at least if it's identified, I don't have to worry about it. I know what it is, so I can use it if I like it. Probably not going to, but most of that stuff was an option. Okay, so this is where it is. Yeah. I have had worse. Not the biggest fan of where it is, but it's alright. Yeah, the worst part is going to be this run here. It is a straight shot for the most part, but that's still a long run there. Yeah, it's still a pretty long run down a big hallway. Not horrible, though. And this one's about the same as my good as the run on my, oh, I need to go one more room over. This is similar to the, level 2 for my druid I have. But this is, Alright, go ahead and clear this area out just to get rid of everybody. Because there's no point. Well, this is a better room to fight Endoriel in anyway, if I have to fight her down here. That's not to say I'll have to, but just in case I need to. It's also probably a good idea to go ahead and clear some of these guys out, so it's not that big of a 18-on-1 or whatever. Thankfully, I'm like two-shotting everything except her. Yeah, amulet, chip skull, chip topaz, and a diamond and flawed diamond.
I am overburdened.
Ah, okay. Well, thankfully, there's going to be a portal open. The heavy boots. I'll take the heavy boots at least. This is a great victory indeed. Flawed Emmy. I'm gonna go and put this in here, this in here, and this in here, and put everything I don't need away. Now, hopefully, I get the thing soon so I can get rid of like 90% of that. But yeah, that's useless. No, 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 no. And clear some of that out too. Now, there's not any enemies, so I'm good to just go ahead and come in and pick everything up. Chip, Laud. That was everything. Yeah. Okay. So, before I exit... Like, I'm not going to exit the game. I'm going to go ahead and have Wariv take me to the next caravan area.
Greetings, honored.
Talk to Jaren, and now I should be good to have Andariel bugged, where she permanently has better value.
Greetings.
So now that I'm here, I'm going to go through and I'm probably going to put on these boots. Defensive 9. Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same boots as before. Ooh, attack rating, poison, creeper, defense, mana after kill. No, and no. None of that is, well, that's pretty good for assassins, but I'm not an assassin. I am a paladin. So that's reasonable right there for me to just toss that out. There's a diamond. There's an emerald. And honestly, that's probably a pretty good episode for today. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it and start our next episode with the beginning here on Act 2. With the, whatever the first quest for Act 2 is. We go ahead and drop off this stuff here. And I will see you all next time.